All right, stop using those basic filters. Seriously, I'm about to give you the 10 pro-level AI prompts that are going to completely remix your photos. This is the stuff the pros are using, like, right now.
Kicking it off at number 10, the temporal shift. Look, this isn't just about making your photo look old. We're talking about sending it back in time and reshooting it on actual vintage hardware.
So the technique is called vintage film stock emulation, and we're using heavy hitters like Midjourney V7 and Flux AI. But here's the secret. The AI isn't just slapping on a grainy filter. No way. It is completely rebuilding your photo from the ground up, as if it was shot on real Kodachrome film. It's simulating the actual chemical reactions, the organic silver halide grain. What you get is a legit 1970s snapshot, not some cheap knockoff.
Okay, number 9, total gear shift, the 8-bit retro. And forget those basic pixelation apps, we're talking about turning any photo into a legit, ready-to-use asset for a video game.
For this, you're going to use Leonardo AI, especially the Lucid Origin model. It'll turn your photo into a perfect 16-bit arcade sprite. But here's the trick, right? You actually have to fight the AI's urge to add too much detail. You use negative prompts. You tell it no photorealism, no smooth curves. That forces it to think like an old-school artist and gives you that clean, authentic pixel art style.
All right, number 8 is for anyone who wants their photos to look like they're from a billion-dollar movie. It's called the cinematic reframe. We're going to turn your boring snapshots into epic blockbuster posters.
So, using something like Nano Banana Pro or Midjourney V7, this prompt just completely relights your whole scene with that dramatic high-contrast vibe. But the real secret, the pro move, is using a specific parameter. In Midjourney V7, you add --AR 2.35 to 1. That little code forces the AI to render in the exact widescreen ratio of a real Panavision movie lens. That's how you get that legit epic cinematic look.
Coming in at number 7, this is the ultimate fixer-upper. You know those photos that are just flat, boring, badly lit? The lighting fixer prompt rescues them, and you don't have to touch a complex editing program.
But listen, this is not just a simple blur tool. When you tell Flux AI or Stable Diffusion to simulate, say, an 85mm f1.8 lens, it builds a full 3D depth map from your 2D photo. It figures out how far everything is from the camera to create that beautiful natural background blur, that pro-looking bokeh. And it can even add those epic God rays. It is literally recalculating the physics of light in your shot.
Okay, on to number 6, the reality swap. And we're not just talking about changing the background. We're talking about making that swap so perfect, so seamless, that nobody can tell it's fake.
You can use a tool like Nano Banana Pro. And yeah, it'll replace the background and match the lighting. But here's the pro-level secret. You have to add atmospheric haze overlapping the subject to your prompt. What that does is it forces the AI to blend the foreground and background together in a way that tricks your brain into seeing it as one single cohesive photo. Just like that, the edit is totally invisible.
Number 5, we're getting classy. Let's talk fine art. This prompt, the Dutch Old Master, doesn't just add some cheesy paint filter. It reconstructs your photo as if it were a genuine, museum-quality 17th century oil painting.
So what makes this so ridiculously powerful is the combo of tools. You're using Stable Diffusion inside a Comfy UI workflow, which lets you add something called a canny control net. Now, this is the key. The control net basically locks in your subject's exact pose and shape. It makes a perfect blueprint. That way, the AI is forced to only change the lighting and the texture, turning your photo into a Rembrandt-style masterpiece with all that signature drama.
And yeah, that crazy lighting technique, it has a name, chiaroscuro. It's all about those insane contrasts between light and dark where things just emerge from the shadows. It's the hallmark of guys like Rembrandt, and now you can just tell an AI to do it. Wild.
All right, time to get weird with number 4, the scale distortion. You've definitely seen this. This is the prompt behind all those viral images of like giants walking over cities or huge skyscrapers shrunk down to the size of a toy. So the secret here is you basically create a paradox that breaks the AI's brain in a good way. You ask for a massive, colossal subject, but at the same time, you ask for a tilt-shift photography effect. Now the AI knows tilt-shift is for tiny miniatures, so to solve this contradiction, its only option is to render the entire background as a super detailed, totally convincing miniature. It's a genius little hack.
Number 3 is pure sci-fi. It's called the material override. We're not just changing the color of something here.
We are changing the actual physical material it's made out of.
The whole point is you can keep an object's exact shape, but swap its texture for something impossible, like iridescent chrome or woven carbon fiber. The way you do it is with Leonardo AI's depth mode. It looks at your 2D photo, creates a 3D map of the object in its mind, and then perfectly wraps the new sci-fi texture around all the contours with totally accurate lighting and reflections. It's nuts.
I mean, this lets you perform impossible alchemy. You can turn human skin into reflective chrome. It's absolutely incredible.
Okay, coming in hot at number 2, this one is a game changer. It solves maybe the single biggest problem in AI images, creating the exact same character across a bunch of different pictures. This is the perfect clone.
Look, the old way of doing this was a total mess. But the new secret weapon is in Midjourney V7. It's the Omni reference, or -orf parameter. Instead of just copying pixels, it analyzes the picture and maps the subject's entire 3D shape, their geometry. This creates a mathematical lock on their identity that you can just drop into any new scene you want.
And trust me, the difference is night and day. The old way, CREF, gave you that weird face-morphing mess. The new way, ORF, is a perfect geometric lock. You get a stable, consistent character you can use for anything. Storyboards, graphic novels, you name it.
And finally, the number 1 most powerful, most technically insane prompt. For years, AI trying to do text was a complete joke, right? Well, this prompt fixes it. This is the impossible translation.
Check this out. With Nano Banana Pro, you can take a photo of a sign-in, say English, and just tell the AI to change it to Japanese. The secret is that the AI isn't just messing with pixels. An LLM inside it actually reads the text, translates it, and then rebuilds the new words, perfectly matching the original font, the perspective, the lighting, everything. This thing isn't just an image generator anymore. It's basically a reasoning designer.
And that's the top 10. All right, now it's your turn. Save this explainer right now so you don't lose these. Subscribe for more AI secrets. I put all 10 copy-paste prompts down in the caption for you. Now go create something insane.